welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus show. I'm One Bar with Lupagus and Kellen Moore. Hot, steaming hot name for the Vikings. Vikings seem to have a ton of interest. So Kellen Moore goes out, has a little bit of a turd playoff game. So we got to ask the question, should the Vikings still be fairly all in on Kellen Moore, which it seems like they are?
Yeah, before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to our Patreon. If you have not yet done it, the link will be in the description below. $2 a month. You get a mystery video every single week. Enter to draw One Bar and Lupagus swag. And your chance, if you want it, to come on the One Bar quiz show. If you go 5 for 5 in that, you'll win some more One Bar and Lupagus swag. So, yes, Kellen Moore, he is now, you can interview the shit out of him because he is not playing football anymore.
He's done. They are one and done. So, Lupagus, I'm going to give you the floor. I know the episode we did earlier, I think we both agreed with the offensive coaches anyways, that Kellen Moore is probably at the top of our lists. I know you are definitely in love with Kellen Moore. You would love nothing more for him to be in purple. So I'm going to give you the floor first.
Well, I'm just going to say this. I don't care if it's Kellen Moore, Nathaniel Hackett, Brian Dable, whoever you liked, one game should not sway your opinion on them one way or the other. You got to look at a full body of work. And, the Minnesota Vikings are definitely going to do the same thing. They're basing this on, his whole entire coaching spectrum, not one game. Was this his greatest performance? No, but it was also a performance where you had receivers dropping the ball down the field. You had 14 penalties, a bunch on the offensive side. The O-line was not playing their best game. So was it the game Kellen Moore wanted to put as the top of his resume? Absolutely not. But if you liked him before this, there's no reason this should change your mind.
It's fair. I mean, when you look at the game, it really comes down to Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy is the head coach. The game is lost. I'm not going to put it on really drop balls. Those happen every game. So drop balls happen. The thing that doesn't sit overly great with me and Kellen Moore, and to be very clear, I'm not taking Kellen Moore off my list whatsoever. I'm not like, oh shit, screw that guy. But as a Vikings fan, we all know that we've seen the Vikings get close. They choke on prime time. They choke in big games. What I really wish is Kellen Moore had more of a resume behind him. This was his first playoff game. He's only been their offensive coordinator for 3 years, and he goes out there and completely steps on his dick. There's no way around that. This was a very, very bad game. For a guy as such a hot name for him, he really needed to have a better game. So nobody's taking him off their list, but they might be like, all right, let's take a little bit more of a look at this. The Vikings scored more points against the Niners than he did.
Well, again, you can't – the Niners defense is kind of picking up right now. They've played pretty well the last couple of weeks, so this is a team that's kind of gelling. They definitely are more fired up than the Cowboys. And again, you mentioned Mike McCarthy. I think that's his role, to get the boys ready, prepared to play. Clearly they came out flat. And I don't know, I was watching the game. I didn't see a lot of play calls where I was like, questioning like the Clint Kubiak, throwing it third and 11, you're throwing it 7 yards. I didn't see a lot of that. There were shots down the field. They just weren't hitting. So I think Dak was off today as well. So again, I'm not putting too much of this on Kellen Moore, really. I wasn't really like looking at it like, why the hell are they calling that play? Yes, that last play where the quarterback snuck it was a little bit weird. But again,
I'm sorry, a little bit weird. It ended the game.
It's something that they had definitely had practiced before. I don't think they anticipated the ref sitting there for the second time. The ref interfered with the Cowboys huddle. I don't think they anticipated that guy being there. Definitely was a play I think they had ran. They figured they're probably gonna have a second or two on the clock to go in the end zone a little bit closer. I think the ref interfered with that one, but it was definitely a strange but a ballsy call.
Yeah, I don't put that as ballsy. I put that as stupid. I don't know who called. Maybe that was Dak doing his own thing, but that wasn't ballsy. That wasn't strange. That was just pure stupidity to end the season. But again, it goes back to, like, I look at Nathaniel Hackett, who has done this with multiple teams. He's actually done some things in the playoffs. So I actually put Hackett. I was really wavering, but I'm putting Hackett above Kellen Moore right now. And this might be talking for nothing, because Kellen Moore just might be the next Cowboys coach. They might just say, bye, Mike McCarthy. Kellen Moore, here you go. But Kellen Moore, 3 years as offense coordinator, one and done in the playoffs at home against a team he absolutely should have beaten. So Kellen Moore.
We all said that the Niners are kind of the team no one wanted to face. I think, did you pick them to win? I feel like one of us picked them to win.
Well, I picked the Niners to win
in our playoff prediction. So it's not, definitely an upset, but not one that was over the realm of possibility. Again, if you were souring on Kellen Moore ahead of this and you didn't want him, then you could look at this game and say, okay, here's the reason. But if you're definitely on board with him, I don't think this should change your opinion at all. It's one game. And Nathaniel Hackett, if he goes out and the Packers stink it up next week against the Niners, I won't change my opinion on there either.
Well, yeah, but Hackett's done it before. That's the difference.
Fair.
That's the big difference. This was his first playoff game. So that's the difference. I did put a poll up right after the game. And as of now, does this change your view of the Vikings? Does anyone still want Kellen Moore after this performance? We got 72% are saying absolutely not. They are done. They're hopping off the Kellen Moore train. Choo choo.
Wow. We'll see. This was an offense that I believe was ranked number 1 in the NFL. They've had a couple 50 bombs the last couple of weeks. So yeah, one bad performance. It was on a big stage, but I mean, I wonder how many of those 72% wanted him before.
Well, playoffs, 17 points. Really, that last 7 was thankful to their defense. Defense really kept them in the game. Dan Quinn had actually a pretty damn good game. So after all this, looking at the 2 coaches, DeMeco Ryans, say shit, he's going up my chart a little bit. He had a great game. I wish Kellen Moore would have just exploded, because I would have been so damn excited for the Vikings as far as their interview to get him in here, bring him in. And we might not even get a chance. Like I said, if they would have just absolutely won that game, Mike McCarthy's not getting fired. So Mike McCarthy could be fired. We might never even see it. But I wish Moore would have just had a fantastic game to get us all excited. But nobody's excited about this.
Well, we'll see what, it's the interviews that are make all the difference. They've already interviewed Hackett today. Moore's probably coming up here. Todd Bowles is on the calendar. So it's how they come in and impress these guys. And yes, you can look at their body work, obviously factor that in, but it's how they answer the question, how they lead. And that's what I want to know when it comes to Kellen Moore. Is this guy a leader or not? And the Vikings are going to find that out when they sit there and pick his brain. If they get that opportunity, like you said, if McCarthy's out the door, they got their next in line waiting there. And
yeah, they might say, Kellen Moore, you had a horrible game. We're fire your ass too. Bye.
They might. That'd be a little over the top.
Well, it is Jerry Jones. Let us know. Comments. Does this alter your decision one damn bit? And also a reminder, the Vikings offense, putrid offense, scored more points against the Niners and Kellen Moore and the Cowboys.
All right. While you're thinking about that, remember this: stroking a cat is good for your health. Just 10 minutes petting a cat reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and boosts your overall psychological state.